Welcome to my channel.
I am going live. Okay. Okay. Oh gosh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a bit of the views to come through. Hello! How is everyone doing today? Okay. So who's excited? Who is excited, you know? Everyone good? Who's excited? You know? Okay, woo woo. Woo woo. Okay. Okay. We're gonna get the party started. Okay. You know what? I planned this out perfectly. Ready for this? A little slow, but that's alright.
Yay! Drum roll. I like the drum roll.
I know! I was like, let me have something different.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
How is life for you in the quarantine age, huh?
It's boring, you know. I'm actually, like, if this didn't happen, I would be in California right now.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm so. It's
I know. There was a lot of. Oh, there's one starting to come in. Oh, look at the hearts. I always like my hearts. Everyone knows that. So this is cool. You're doing this. It's the Instagram lives. I've been doing them also on the Danger Force account. Yeah, on the weekends. It's been a good way, I think, for all of us to sort of share our experiences. And yeah, totally.
People have questions already.
I know. Boy, everyone's jumping in. Oh, there's Annie. There's my friend Annie. Hello, everybody. This is cool. So just so everyone knows, Montana, we met at Hollywood Burger in December?
November, because it was a week right before my 18th birthday.
There you go. So it was November. Yeah, our friend Shell Bailey had a great event at Hollywood Burger. There's Sabrielle, Lorena, how are you? He puts together, and we all got together, and different guests and stuff. It was a great night.
Especially for, like, my first event, like, you know, attending for LA was, like, amazing for, like, the first time.
Yeah. What were you supposed to be doing in LA? Yes, I do recognize. Do you recognize me? Yes, Lorena, that's my friend Sabrielle. What were you supposed to be doing in LA?
Well, it was supposed to be like my 18th birthday gift, but I also met up and got signed to a management at the same time.
Yeah, we like that.
Did auditions, and made connections. So it was like basically a first time for my family and me basically to get like a feel of California for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, right now California looks like everywhere else.
I know.
Inside.
And it's just upsetting, you know, because it was like I was planning on it because I was supposed to be filming like a TV series in Atlanta, then I was flying to California, and it's just, you know.
You know what? It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. This too shall pass, and you know we all have to do it. We have to do this together. Everyone's got to stay healthy, stay quarantined, and when it's over, I think everything's going to get going like gangbusters again. So
because pilot
that's for
season
sure.
ended like in the middle.
Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of stuff that still needs to get rocking and rolling. Oh, I'm sitting on all my friends. There's Dana Heath fan page. Hey, Mike. Hello. KKKKK12373 says big fan of Danger Force. I love that. Let's see. Big fan. Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, yes, I will save the live stream.
Oh, yes. Oh, there's Henry Danger Insider. Can't wait for the quarantine. Yes, I know. But we still have new episodes coming for Danger Force. One of them is this weekend, actually. So, and just so everyone knows, too, we're not filming. We've been home for like 4 weeks now. I mean, I posted something this morning, and somebody was like, "Wait a minute, you're supposed to be social distancing." I'm like, well, "We are." This picture was like, a month old. So, the cast, we're all safely at home. That's for sure. Let's see who else we got running around here. We got Gabby. Love Henry Danger. Thank you. All kinds of good stuff in here. Whoop. Can I hear you, Montana?
What? Oh, just
there you are. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, just writing something. Okay.
All right.
Can I pin this? I can pin it. Yay. Okay.
Is Jace a producer of Danger Force? Yes, he is a producer. There we go. The pin. Danger Force every Saturday.
Yeah.
That's it. That's when we air. That's when we go. The new show. So what you got? You got some questions for me? What are we talking here?
So, first, can you just introduce yourself to new fans and viewers that would like to know you and follow you?
Okay, so everyone who doesn't know me on this page, my name is Mike Caron. I'm the director for Nickelodeon. I'm at MikeCaron_LA. And I've been working primarily, I've been on Henry Danger since day one. And then our Henry Danger spinoff called Danger Force, I was able to direct the first episode of that, and I'm on that show every day as well. So incredibly blessed and lucky. I can't even begin to, like we talked in November there. I love the shows. I absolutely love the shows.
You love shows, and you have like so much of passion and dedication, that you put into the shows, and so much time and effort, to have a great turnout on the shows.
We do, and what I like so much about the shows is especially Henry Danger, and it came right into Danger Force, is it was a community effort to make Henry Danger the best show it could be. Mm-hmm. And that is every single person on that stage, from the cast, obviously, to makeup, to wardrobe, to props, to set dressing, craft service. Everybody on that stage wanted that show to be the best show we could make. And we did that every single week. And I've done a lot of different shows in my career, and I've just never had quite an experience like that with this cast and crew.
Yeah.
On these two shows.
And also, what inspired you to become a director?
Well, I think my biggie is I started out as an actor in this town. So when I first came out here, I was on soap operas, believe it or not. And I was on Young and the Restless for almost 3 years, 2 years, 2.5 years. And I kind of really got caught with what was like behind the camera. And I always thought that'd be such a great creative way to incorporate acting talent and just a love of film, a love of TV. And I got lucky enough that being on soap operas in a long way around got me behind the camera, and then from there, my career sort of took off. Directing, is that a word? Being an assistant director and a director.
And also, for people that are not familiar with your role as a director, what is the role of a director?
Oh my gosh, role of director. You talk a lot. Role of director, it's it's a lot of fun because as a lot of my friends on here right now, thank you, Cynthia, is basically you are in charge of. It's almost like it's like setting a play.
Yeah.
If you because sometimes what I'll do is I'll even block with Lego figures. Like sometimes, like here, even on my desk, like I have my Legos, and as I'm blocking the scene, I'm like, okay, well here's Ray and Schwaz, and then here's Bose, and you kind of control the world a little bit. You make you get the script. You're in charge of making sure everything works. The actors are comfortable with their blocking, and it's a lot of fun. You're in charge of all the moving pieces, but you don't do it alone. You'll see a lot of times our boss on my show, Chris Nowak, he's the showrunner. He always posts all the time #team effort because it's a team effort.
Yeah.
I yell action and cut, but there's so many people involved that you just have to be. I'm just in awe of how everyone does what they do. It's a very cool thing.
As they say, there's no I in team.
And it's true, right? That's why these sayings are made. There truly is. If I walked out there, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to direct this show, and there's no one else there to help me. It doesn't get made. So I'm lucky to be surrounded with. I'm a little biased, but the best crew in Hollywood. We've all been together we've been together a long time, which is really I think says a lot about us because we like to be with each other.
Yeah.
And we all have like a shorthand, so we can make the show the best it can be.
Yeah. And also, as a director on a big TV network, what are your responsibilities as being a director?
Responsibilities, I would say, is, Chris writes a script with the writers, and it lands in my hand, and it's my job to make sure that what they wrote on the page,
Yeah.
I put it on camera and on stage the best way it should be. I honor what the script has, so that because writing's incredibly hard. I can't write. I mean, I can write, but not. I mean, to look at something like this is horrifying. And there's nothing on there. It's a blank piece of paper. I can't imagine having to, sit down and write it. So, with that being said, once I get the finished script, it's my job to make sure that all their hard work is presented the best way that they want it to be shown. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a pretty big responsibility for you, because you have to make it come to life in a way.
Correct, it is. And for the actors too, for all of us, not even me as a director, for the actors, for all the crew, we, that script is our Bible, as it were. So we're all working off the same thing. But that's the responsibility I feel. Is I feel like, wow, these writers worked so hard to produce this awesome script. Now I need to be able to put it on camera as awesome as it was written on the page.
Yeah.
That's how I would say it.
Also, when I met you, Henry Danger was ending at the time, and again, as I said before, you showed so much enthusiasm and dedication about working with children, younger teenagers. Why do you love what you do so much?
It's funny, in doing kids TV, let's call it that, it's, Nickelodeon, I have had, it's very fulfilling. It's almost like raising kids and then watching them go off to college.
Yeah.
And I'm by no means their mom or dad, but I am their friends, and you get very attached. When you come in as a 13-year-old, and there's Edward. Hey, Edward. You get very attached to. In Henry Danger's case, Ella was 8 years old. Jace was 13. Sean was 12. Riel 12, and they grew up with me on that stage. And so when we got to the Henry Danger finale and it was time to say goodbye, it really was like wishing a child off to college, or wishing them they're leaving the house for the first time. It's so it's very fulfilling, not only seeing them grow as actors and actresses, but to watch them grow up as people. And the Henry Danger, I call them kids. They're not kids anymore, but they. I'm so proud of them. I was so proud of them. I am so proud of them. I will be friends for life, watching them grow and do all their different things. That's a very fulfilling thing to me to work with. And even the adults on the show, Michael and Cooper. I mean, it's a lot of fun working with the actors, and very satisfying at the end of the process when the show airs. It's one of those like,
yeah,
okay. It just feels great seeing everyone's hard work. And all these great fans on here right now that are always, responding to Post, Edward, and Lorena, and all these great fans. I mean, it's great to have that interaction with them as well.
Because I know I even tell my mom all the time, and it's like, you see this first episode of a show, and then you see it later, and you're like, wow, the growth of their acting,
yes,
everything. It's really awesome to see, and the change is just phenomenal.
Well, it is, and remember, I mean, just think in your own life. You're from when you were 13 to now you're 18.
Yeah.
Think how much you've changed and grown, and and with these kids on the shows, that's happening on stage. It's happening in a professional work environment. So it's always been very important to me to make sure that the stage that we work on is as fun as it can be, as relaxed as it can be. I know. It's a job, and I know they know that, but I always want my stage or our stages to be I want them to feel good to be there. It's a good place to go. Like if you have a favorite teacher or a good classroom or, just a great place to hang out with your friends, I want our stage to be like that. I want it to be fun, and we can tell jokes, and we can goof around. I mean, all of you know my Instagram. We goof around, but we do a lot of hard work too. We work hard and we play hard, and it's to me that's how creativity's born too. It's like when you're laughing and having fun. Jason Coop would goof and goof and goof. In our new show now, Danger Force, the 4 kids, Terrence and Dana and Luca and Hava, they're goofing around, but out of the all that goofing and kind of interaction, all of a sudden that starts showing on camera. So that when they start acting out a funny bit, they just had so much fun before I called action. I call action, you're still getting all that great energy. And I think that can only be done by having a stage that, like our boss Chris Nowak, the showrunner, he encourages that all the time. He loves their ideas. To me, it's that's the process. That's the fulfilling part about it. Because it's like I said, I keep going back to team. There really is. The director, actor, everyone on that stage. We're just a big cohesive team. And that's what's really cool about it.
And also, so you have, I know a lot of people are asking so many questions about this. You have a new show on Nickelodeon called Danger Force, which is pretty much like a reboot of Henry Danger. What is that show about, and how is it different from Henry Danger?
All right, let's see. Danger Force is, it's easy to call it a Henry Danger spin-off, and it is, but I like to look at it as a show that takes place in the Henry Danger world. It still takes place in Swellview. The events that took place at the end of Henry Danger finale obviously led up to all this. And now we have this new generation of heroes that are very different than, say, when Kid Danger started. Because like when Kid Danger signed up with Captain Man, he was ready to go, and Jace the character was fighting right away and going into it. These kids just found their powers, and they're not quite what they can use them, but they don't exactly know when they're going to happen. So, like one of our characters, let's take Dana, for example, who plays Mika. She didn't have her power right away, and when she finally got it, she screams, and in her scream, it sends out blasts. So, you'll see in some of the episodes, she can't always control that. Sometimes she goes, and it won't work. Sometimes it does. So the fun of our show is watching Ray, who's Captain Man, and Schwaz, trying to train these new kids to fight crime, but they're not quite so good yet. But they have a lot of heart, our kids, and that's one of my favorite parts about the pilot. The first episode is when Mika has a speech about, look, even though I don't have powers, I still, I believe in us. And to me, that's a little bit what Danger Force is about. I think they drive Ray nuts, Cooper nuts, but I even think he knows in his heart that they got what it takes. So every week we kind of explore these different ways that, how they're going to figure out their powers and how to use them and control them. We have a lot of familiar from Henry Danger. I know everyone has their questions about who we're going to see and who we're not going to see. You'll see already in the first couple of episodes some actors who are with us in Henry Danger, and more coming up. So as I will always respond to all your questions every time someone asks me who's coming back, I always say hashtag stay tuned. So that's all you're going to get out of me.
You're right there. Also, what is that transition like for you from the cast of Henry Danger to Danger Force?
Well, having Coop and Michael there is the boat anchor, if you will. I mean, they're the anchor upon which we keep building all this. And as I've always said, Cooper and Michael are the real, they're the heart of as the adults on stage, because they're so great with the kids. They take the responsibility, or they don't take the responsibility lightly. What's interesting is the 4 kids, they got dropped into the middle of the Henry Danger finale. We built up to them. So they had a little experience before they started like a brand new show. But what's interesting is they're so good. I mean, I can't say enough. Chris cast them all, and our casting team, Bullock and Snow, are so good at finding the talent. And I don't know, it never occurred to me that if you walked onto our stage and said, like after the first episode of Danger Force, you'd have been like, oh, you guys have been shooting for a couple of years. It's like, no, we've only done one episode. But that's how good they are. They just, I don't know, they're just that good. But they're growing and they're learning all the different techniques, just like the Henry Danger kids did. Yeah. And so for me, it's a little bit, again, it's like a new kids coming along that I get to watch, like I explained earlier, grow and not only become great actors, but become really great people. And that's the cool part.
And that's the great thing, I think, of having, like, being a part of a TV show, that you get to see them grow throughout the whole time, their growth.
Yes. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I mean, I can't even tell you, like, when they, we love Jason Brazil. I got to quickly say a shout out to Brazil, because the Brazil fans are so awesome. And they're so passionate. You all are, for sure. But I love my Brazil fans are awesome as well. And all of our friends in Europe, which is great about this time, because I think of all my Europe friends who generally, oh, and there's Bo. Hey, Bo. That sometimes it's late at night. This is a great time for them
because everyone's settled in.
to see it. So let's see. I'm so sorry. I literally just forgot what I was talking about.
All right. I think it was about the kids growing on the show and like seeing, like right now in Danger Force, and like expanding and like seeing where they go. You know, after years of being on the show. Oh,
you know what? Here's what I was gonna say. Here's a big. This is the fun part, and for all you watching too that are joining with us. When like the first season of Henry Danger, the fighting, the stunt choreography is a big deal, because you never want people to get hurt, and you always want it to always look fantastic, but no one to get hurt. So by the time of this season with Henry Danger, Cooper and Jace and Sean and even Riel, all of them, Ella, everyone have been doing it so long, and all their different stunts, they're old hat at it. The Danger Force kids, it's fun watching our legendary stunt coordinator, Vince Dedrick, who is the man. It's fun watching him teach a new generation of heroes as well. It's almost like art imitating life, because now these are new generation heroes trying to do their powers. Vince is teaching them how to do fake punches and harnesses and being thrown in the air, and it's really fun. That's actually made me think about that. It's really fun watching them. The first time they got to put a harness on or go up in the air, they're like, "Oh man, this is so much fun!" Because it's like being a kid, So that's actually a really cool thing to see the kids having fun with.
And also, what goes through your mind each time that a show premieres on TV? Because you've had so many shows so far that have gone through, being premiered for the first time. But like, what is your state of mind at the moment? Because I know the actors, they're excited for seeing that first time on TV. But what's your point of view of that?
I would say, it's because I've said this to all the fans watching right now. I'm jealous of everyone on here. Because I mean it like this. When they watch the episode, they're seeing it for the first time. Like, you guys all get to watch it for the first time. It's like seeing something with just like the first time you went to Disney World or Disneyland, or nothing ever takes away the first time seeing it. Yeah. And by the time it airs on TV, I've seen it a lot. I mean, I've read it, and we've rehearsed it, and we've shot it, and I've sat editing and all that stuff. So, but to answer your question, what happens is you're watching it. It's like looking through a family album. Yeah. Or like you go on a vacation and you're going back through photos, right? And you're like, oh, that's right. That's when Montana went on this, or that's when she did that. I watched the episode, and to me, it's like remembering all the great moments that took place. That took place in it. Yeah. Like, I'll see a scene, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the part where, Luca made me laugh so hard, or that's the part where Dana, I know that Dana made up that line. Hava was doing this dance thing in the last episode that is still one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. But watching her, when I watched the episode, I started dancing. I remember her at the table read. When she was supposed to dance at the table read, sitting there, she started just kind of moving. I guess that's the best way to say it. It's like watching a family album of a great vacation, just looking at all the highlights for me, and just and again recognizing all the hard work that went into certain things. I mean, It's man, so much work goes into it. So much work.
That's great to also like think of it that way, as like a family album you're going through in a way, because it's like we're watching it, and we're just thinking, oh man, what's going on behind the scenes there? You know, was that like what happened there? And you keep like making up theories of the different films. So for you to think it as like a family album, that's like a totally different perspective for us.
Yeah. Well, that's what's funny. That's why why Instagram to me, why I love doing it and try to do it as much as I can, because I love to be able to show all of you how we do it. I'll post my film schools, or I'll post. I just like you seeing the fun of it, because we do have fun doing what we do. It's hard. It is hard work, but it's fun. And I always, with Henry Danger, particularly Danger Force Now, I love showing you all what we do and how we do it. It's I take it's and I get, and again, comment on my posts, because I read them all. I love seeing it. It's just it's a great interaction with my new community of friends.
And also, how long does it regularly take you to film like each episode of Danger Force?
It takes us 1 week. 1 week, 5 days. What we do is on Monday, we sit down and we read the table read. We read, sit on the table, we all read it. And then we rehearse, and then we do something called a run-through. And on stage, we run the whole thing like a play and show it to all the writers. And then the writers make their notes. We come back in the next day, and we have maybe some changes, some different jokes and different things. Do it all again, rehearse, and then show it to the writers again. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're shooting. It takes 3 days to shoot the show, because it's big. There's lots of fighting. There's lots of, we have villains and fighting and big sets and big stunts, and all of you that, obviously on here know what I'm talking about. But 5 days. 5 days to shoot.
Ooh. And also, does it take longer than usual to film with, stunt doubles, the special guests, the co-stars, the outfit changes, the set designs, and so much more they have to put into it?
Yes. Yes, the answer to the question is yes. For all of you that saw the Henry Danger finale, so, there are the hearts with the Henry Danger finale, the hearts all of a sudden went up flying. See, there they come, I know, the Henry Danger finale. 4 words. 4 simple words. I love you, buddy. The harbor, the blimp hangar in the show was a hard set, and with a ton of stunt doubles, and a lot of you saw through my post. A lot of it was green screen, and then when you saw it on TV, it looked a lot bigger, obviously.
Yeah.
But I love you, buddy. Everyone saw it. And that was hard to shoot, because Drax Tommy Walker was flying up into the air. The kids had the Omega weapon. Epic fight between Tommy Walker and Cooper Barnes. Jace Norman was beating up on all the cavemen. Huge men flipping around. Those were incredibly hard to shoot. They took a lot of time. Versus, say, a scene in Henry's living room or on Danger Force, sitting in the classroom. But even then, our shows have so many special effects. On Danger Force now, I hope all of you enjoyed our take on the tubes, because now they sit in the chairs. The chairs go up to the man's nest, and there's all kinds of cool stuff that Chris wrote into it, and our awesome production designer, Tristan, they all put all these kind of new special effects in. And they take time. They take time to shoot. I'm just looking at some of the questions. Yes, Josie. I like in the first episode of Danger Force when Ray said, "I missed you, kid." That was that moment was I think it was challenging for Coop to do, because it was the first time post Henry Danger that we referred to Kid Danger, Jace, and I think Coop he nailed it. It was, he didn't throw it away. It was just a perfect. And it's what he means. I miss you, kid. But then that's okay. It's like a family member that, like we said at the end of Henry Danger finale, I'll see you at Thanksgiving. But it was a nice little moment that Chris wrote into the pilot. That's for sure. Oh, thank you. American, one said Danger Force is so good. I love it. Thank you for that. I love hearing all the nice stuff. Do you think Henry Danger, or do you think Danger Force will last as long as Henry Danger? We hope.
Fingers.
Very, very. I hope. I think so. I mean, there's magic on our stage. I mean, I know enough to know enough, and Henry Danger was. You could tell lightning in a bottle from day one, and Danger Force, in my opinion, has all that as well. And judging by a lot of great reactions I've been getting on my account, I think all of you have been really enjoying it as well. So that means a lot to us, for sure.
And also, you work with some pretty big casts. So what are the expectations and responsibilities of a cast member?
Well, that it goes back into what we were saying earlier, doesn't it? I mean, I work very hard as a director, and the actors work very hard as actors.
Yeah.
And if any one of us don't bring our A game, it doesn't quite work as well. So the actors, it's hard, especially the kids. It is not. I mean, I know on my posts show a lot of laughing and everything else, but these kids, it's hard. They show up, they got to go to school, they have to learn their school, they have to do well in school, and they do. We have awesome Allie and Laura, our school teachers, and they got to come to set and rehearse and hair and makeup, and they got to eat lunch, and and there's only a certain amount of time that they can do that all in. It's hard. It's hard for the cast. It's not it's a very fulfilling job, but most things are, right? Sometimes I always say the harder it is, the more fulfilling it is, because if it was easy, everyone would do it. But it's hard, And these kids work their butts off. I mean, and Cooper and Michael as well. They don't have the same, time constraints. But the kids definitely, the schooling is, I can't imagine. I mean, I had a hard enough time in school, and I wasn't acting, so I can't imagine. Having to do all that, and oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. So, but big casts are. Are you talking about the quantity of the cast too, like the numbers of it?
Yeah, just in general, the whole part, the crew, the cast members, the set designers, the on-set teacher, just everyone in general.
Yeah, it's when you have the big cast like that. I mean, in Danger Force, Danger Force is the difference between Danger Force and Henry Danger is, it was Jason Coop that would historically go off and fight the crime. Now it's Coop plus 4. Or if Michael comes along, oh, there's my fan page. Oh, hello. Thank you so much for my fan page. I'm always so humbled by my fan pages. I can't even tell you. They make me, I cry all the time. You know this, everybody. So they always make me all the nice comments, and to see someone that took time to do that's very cool. But now it's Coop plus 4 heroes. So the scenes are bigger. There's more people involved. So by definition, it's a little bit harder to shoot, versus just 2 people. But like I say, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
And also, there's so many amazing gadgets and items and set designs on the show. How do you come up with these crazy ideas, and incorporate them into the show?
Like I said earlier, we are surrounded by some of the best people in the business. Tristan is our set designer, and comes up with a lot of the gadgets you see. He'll hand draw them. Megan in our art department, Bonnie's our set dresser, John's in there. Aaron, we have these insanely creative minds. It gets written on a page. Ray takes out a blaster. That's what's on the page. And then Tristan and the art department will sketch it all out, and next thing I know, it goes to our special effects, Clark and everybody. They mold it and make it, and next thing you know, it's on stage, and it's this cool-looking gadget, and it's awesome to see. I mean, it really is. It's a lot of fun to see. Like Chris will always say, our showrunner, Chris Noack, will always say, hey, look, I'll write it, you design it, I'll put it on TV, and that's a lot of stuff we get to see quite a bit. So that's how all the gadgets and stuff take place. So many talented people, creative people. It really is like it's like playing on a playground. It's like make-believe. So.
Because there's so many different things. You'll see something and you'll be like, "Is that real?" And probably the audience, watching, will probably be like, "I want to have a real one of those in my life."
Oh gosh, the gum tubes. I can't tell you over the years, people have asked for so many things, and there's a part of me that I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to reveal the secret. It's like you don't want to. I don't want to pull the curtain back and show you what it made because it's so much more fun to have it make believe, you know. So, but you know, we're a TV show, and obviously people can't go up to themselves. So, but it's awfully cool to see it on TV.
Oh yeah. And also, what are some crazy things in BTS that went on while filming Danger Force that many of the viewers don't see or don't know? I know you post some of the page, and there's so much too.
Oh my gosh, most of it I show you guys. I really do. Most of the really fun stuff I will post. There's so much. I mean, I'd have to have 17 accounts. Cooper is a consummate joker. I mean, consummate joker. And Michael, here's the greatest part. Michael will play Schwaz. He'll try. Michael will try. He'll be like, no, come on, we gotta go. And then he's like, ah, and then Michael will kind of joke a little bit. Yeah. The kids they're all naturally funny people. I mean, Dana, if you watch the live stream, Dana makes me laugh. Hava and her stuff. Luca and I, we're always messing with each other and, you know, just screwing around. Terrence, oh my gosh, Terrence is the sweetest, nicest kid. I mean, he does things within the scene, like pratfalls. I mean, so funny. We do a lot of practical joking. Like I'll mess with their cast chairs from time to time, or we put signs on their door, messing with their dressing room door. We do all kinds of fun stuff. Because again, I want it to be fun. It's got to be fun. You know, I mean, I know it's a job. I know it is, and people get paid when they're doing a job. But you got to have fun. It's and I think for everyone following along here, even in school, it's why you mess with your classmates. Why at home you play with a brother or sister or your best friend. It's all about having fun. Having fun produces great energy, and that's what I like. And to me, that's the magic of this business. It's make believe. Someone posted earlier when they wanted to be an actor because they were a kid. They like to play on the playground. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's to be an actor, it's make believe. So play. Have fun.
Don't make it such because if you come, I believe you said this back in November when I met you, it's like if an actor comes to set and they're not having fun, then it's just the whole cast isn't going to have fun, It's going to go miserably.
Just to imitate my friend Cooper, it's like, it just takes the air right out of everything. So it's, yes, you're right. I mean, because if it's a real strict environment and everyone's scared, well, you're not creative. You're acting more out of like, oh gosh, I gotta know my lines. So then it's not natural and fresh. But if you're laughing, having fun, and you're into the scene, and and plus it's called acting, by the way. I mean, it's sometimes it could be maybe more of an emotional scene, but when I yell cut, the scene's over. It's acting, so that too.
Also, no, you can't say soda. Oh, I did? Is it good again?
Yeah, now you're back.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I know that you can't say too much, but what can we expect on the upcoming episode of Danger Force?
Let's see. This weekend is a lot of fun. Here's what I'll tease for this weekend. I'm going to tell you all, remember how I said, everybody, that last week was a whole new way of seeing Captain Man? And what I was referring to was Disco Captain Man. This weekend, you're going to see Ray as you have never, ever seen Ray before. That I promise. Let's see. There's an episode coming up after that. That we have a couple of Henry Danger people that you're going to know. Some great characters from Henry Danger. So we got some good stuff like that coming up. We have one episode. We got some big fights coming up. We got a really big fight coming in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So we've Michael Cohen, who plays Schwaz, directed an episode. So that was a lot of fun. So there's all kinds of There's a lot of stuff coming. I would love to be able to tell you. I'm the king of teasing spoilers.
Yeah.
We got some great stuff coming up. We really do.
Okay, so as he said, stay tuned.
Yes, hashtag stay tuned. You'll never get a spoiler on me. Well, maybe a little one. My favorite spoiler, I'll tell you, gang, the one I wish I could, I was, going back a little bit to the Enter Danger finale, was the 4 simple words. I love you, buddy. Because when I got the script, the minute Chris Novak gave me the script, I was like, blah, 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 blah. I couldn't read it fast enough to see, like everyone else, how is this going to end? And that moment came off the stage, came off the page to me like a smack in the face. It was just like, oh my gosh. And as always, it's what I've said the show's about. Is that kind of about loyalty and friendship, and particularly, you can't sum it up any better than those words. Like I said, look at anyone, family or a friend that's dear to you, and say, I love you, buddy. It's going to go well. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing, and makes me very, very happy and very proud to show that that's how we ended. I know it meant a lot to Chris when he was writing it too, and it meant a lot to the actors. We rehearsed that scene, Jason and Coop were very aware of what we were doing and really wanted that right. And it was great. It was a great moment. I literally cried, says, I said Espioli 18. I cried too. I know a lot of you are asking about live stream with Coop. We'll see. I know it's his birthday next week. It's Dana's birthday tomorrow. So please go to Dana Heath's account and give her some love. It's her birthday tomorrow. So what else? What else you got there?
So is everything scripted word for word for the cast of Danger Force, or is it improving as well?
Both. Both. It's primarily the words. It all starts with a piece of paper. Mm-hmm. But just like I've explained, when the characters know each other so well, or the actors know each other so well, then that's when you start getting some of the improv that you see on screen. A lot of times, Chris and I will tell the cast, stay in the play. And what that means is, even if you forget your line, stay in the play. Because it might be something funny happens out of it. It might be, as you trying to, you forget your line, you're like, anyway, whatever you do, it might be funny. It might be genuine. And so Chris is great about putting all that on camera. So to answer your question, obviously most of it, 95% of it's scripted, but there are some magic moments that sometimes aren't scripted. They happen on camera, and it's lightning in a bottle. It just works. It's great.
And also, I often get asked by a lot of kids and teens, where they could start in becoming an actor. But what do you suggest, when they want to make their first start into the acting industry?
So I'll answer it 2 different ways. Chris is the boss. So it's a 2-pronged question. Anyone can act. Anybody. Anyone can act at any given time. Now, to act, you need an audience, right? Because you act for somebody. But we live in a time now that our phones, our iPads, all this stuff, you can record a scene with your friends. We have so many different ways to act. And you guys, on your phone, you can shoot, you can edit, you can distribute it on YouTube. So I would say any of you that have any acting, just go act, do it, film some stuff with your friends, make up a little theater group. Acting is, you don't need anything to do it, let's put it that way. You just need this, and you need this, and this, that's acting. Professional, a little bit, professional is a little different, it's a little trickier boat. You have to, it's a commitment because you need to be able to leave school. I'm sure you went through this where you have to leave school to go to auditions and still manage to keep your schoolwork up and all your stuff. But like I told everyone at Hollywood Burger that night, if you get an audition as an actor, never ever, oh good, Elena does theater at her school, good. Or, Elena B59, I do theater at my school. Exactly, do theater at your school, do plays. But acting professional professionally is it's tough. You know, it's a lot of you will get rejected far more than you'll get a part. You know, but that's okay. You know, I mean that's okay. Everyone's not right for everything, but you have to stay with it. You know, and in order to act professionally, you always got to keep yourself sharp. It's like dancing. You know, if you don't dance for a year and the next day you got to go do a dance routine, it's not going to quite be as good as if you were dancing every day. Yeah. And acting's the same way. Acting, you got to act, read plays, read scripts, read movie scripts, watch movies, watch TV, study how people do it. That would be my biggest advice. But they're two different things. Everyone on here, you all can act. Let's see. I do theater, singing, and dancing. Exactly. Triple threat right there. I want to be an actor, but I know for a fact I won't get any parts. Don't say that, QTJs. You don't know that. I love acting and singing and dancing. Of course. I mean, that's and it's not just acting. It's singing and dancing like yourself. I mean, it's, you know, any way that you express yourself, you know, and you never know where it can go. That's the other thing, too.
Because sometimes you're going to hear rejections and you're going to hear no's, you know, but you got to just keep trying and just keep going for it, you know, all the time.
Yes.
And many kids and teens, I know, dream of becoming a Nickelodeon actor, but how can they work towards that dream?
Again, if you're gonna need your help from your parents, in some way, shape, or form. Because you got to be able to get to auditions and stuff. You're gonna need headshots. I mean, I'm just talking very technical stuff here. And somehow or another, try to get yourself an agent so they can submit you for all these different roles. That's the basic way to do it. But these days, you know, what's interesting is, you know, do a lot of do local theater. You know, I know some of these kids with their high schools and different things like that. You know, do theater, because you know, like when Danger Force was on the casting breakdowns, we were looking for 12-year-old this, 13-year-old this, and where do you find them? Well, they're probably acting in local theaters or doing workshops or whatever. So that's what I would say. There's no path just being, I want to be a Nickelodeon actor, and I know a lot of you are asking that. It takes, you know, a lot of different things to come together, because there's so much. You know, there's a lot of other. There's Disney. There's Nickelodeon. There's all kinds of stuff. Terrence just did a movie on Netflix before he got Danger Force. So, you know, and a lot of it's self-taping. I see on here too. Do you ever look at reels or tapes? Chase just asked. We do all the time. That's a big way, obviously, for people to. And do you have to have an agent? Says Josie. Yes, we kind of. I mean, yes, you do, only because that's the best way for you to get submitted. But that's not to say that's you know, there's no, you know, absolute answers here. But agent does make it easier. That's what I'll say. So that's for sure.
And also, what can you tell us exactly, like, about each show that you worked on, and what do you believe made the shows that you've worked on so successful?
Oh gosh,
That's a hard one.
Well, because it's such a it's a great question. I can't say it enough. I mean, I know I sound maybe a little cliche with it, but it's team. It's all the parts have got to be right. And when I say parts, it's got to be. I mean, it obviously starts with the actors because they're in front of the camera, but then the actors are standing in a set. And the man cave looked like awesome. The man's nest is amazing. The man's nest. The classroom looks great. What are they wearing? Coop's new costume, for example. The Danger Force superhero outfits. Chris Dangle. Oh my gosh. I mean, they look awesome. The first time we did our costume test, they came out the stage. I was like, I mean, oh my gosh. So it's. I just can't say it enough. It's a team effort. It's all pieces have got to be clicking for it to be the best that you all see, and that's how I'd see it. I mean, and again, it starts with the writing. Always starts with that piece of paper. Without that, you know, we're all just sitting around. We don't know what to do. but once we get that, and then you start getting all the pieces in place. That's what starts happening. So that's unsafe. That's okay.
What are some pros of working with, like, such a large cast?
I guess the pros I've talked about. I mean, there's a ton of pros, obviously. I would say, the Silver Stripe is so. I'm sorry, read some comments real quick. Jace, what's it say? Jace Rain Downs. Silver Stripe is awesome. I love that. The Coops, Captain Man's new outfit. Big cast. It's just a little bit harder to do. It's like going on a class field trip. If you have only the teacher and 3 kids, it's a little bit easier to do. You have a teacher and 25 kids, that's a little bit harder. So, when we have really big sequences, on Danger Force, Michael's episode, we had a ton of people in it, as you'll see what it is. And that's, it's all hard, but it's just a little, you just got a lot of people to account for and show on camera. That's how I see it. Working with a big cast.
And also, if you had to choose between directing a movie or another TV series, which one would it be and why?
That's a little bit more of a tech question, but I'll say it like this. What I love about TV is we use 4 cameras when we shoot, okay? 4 cameras. And we run the scene and we record it almost like live. It's almost like seeing it happen in front of you. Mm-hmm. Movies, you only use 1 camera, maybe 2, and you show it very different angles. But you can be crazy with the camera and stuff. I just did a short film with Tommy Walker, who plays Drex, called The Pickup. That hopefully is going to be getting out there once the quarantine's over and all this stuff. But that was a lot of fun to shoot. I loved it. But I love Danger Force. I love my work at Nickelodeon. So I'm just, in the end, I'm just lucky to do any of it. I mean, I'm lucky enough to love what I do, and I know sometimes a lot of us don't get to do that, but I truly love going to work and seeing my friends. I don't even call them the cast; they're just my friends. It's like going to see my friends and laughing with my friends and encouraging my friends and seeing us bring out the best in each other is what I enjoy most about. And that's a movie or TV show. It's part of our process, as actors and directors and theaters and stuff like that.
Yeah. Also, do you plan on directing any movies for children or teens in the near future?
The movie I just did was definitely more adult content, meaning it was language and a little bit more. It wouldn't be on Nickelodeon, let's put it that way, which is fine. It's okay. But I really do enjoy working with young adults. I've got a couple scripts that I've been looking at that involve more, kind of a more kids in it, more kind of fun stuff like that. And then there's more sort of drama stuff too. So, like I say, I'm lucky to be able to do any of it. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with whatever it is,
You're pretty much just going with the flow.
Yeah, no, you do. I mean, it's like a lot of things in life. You get lucky. And I'll tell everyone on this thread this. You and I talked about this, I think, at Hollywood Burger. No matter what you do, guys, in life, whether it is acting or dancing or singing or whatever it is, do the best you can. Do the best you can. Because you never know, is that going to lead right away to something else? Yeah. Maybe not. But in that moment, you're doing the best that you can do. Why wouldn't you do the best you can do? In school, anywhere, friendships, family. Do the best you can do, and good stuff will happen. It just will. Whether or not it happens right away, sometimes I don't know. But it's, I never want to walk away from anything not thinking I did the best I could do with it. And that, I believe, has been a nice way to go about it. I walk away from everything going, okay, I gave it my all. And, and I think that hopefully that shows on the shows and with our actors do the same thing. Danger Force kids, Henry Danger kids, anything I've ever done, I just, hard work and do the best you can. I know it's cliche, I know, but it's the truth. Do the best you can.
And also, what are your goals in the entertainment industry for the future?
To keep working. I hope I am able to keep directing and keep not only make a good show, but be, I always say, like, remember me well. Speak of me kindly, because it means a lot to me that the Henry Danger kids were all still, that whole cast, we have our group text thread, we text all the time. That's the stuff that matters, and I hope that I'm able to keep directing TV and direct movies and still be able to enjoy creating all those new friends that I've been making over the years. To me, that's kind of everything, actually, So from me anyway, and of course work. I hope I keep getting great projects like Danger Force. Every week I still get that script and go, okay, what are we doing this week? And so much. I still get a lot of joy off doing that. And I don't think they'll ever go away. I don't think they'll ever go away.
I also have a couple questions here from a lot of fans and viewers.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, let's hit them.
Okay. Someone said, "Hi, Mike." Oh wait, why isn't it sharing? Oh no. I don't know. I think people have to comment them because I know they're not showing up on mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think there's a glitch with Instagram recently.
Sometimes Instagram does that.
So if you have any questions, comment them. If it's working, I haven't seen comments for a while, so I hope it's still working.
I've been kind of seeing them.
Okay. I know it froze for me a little bit.
They just said, getting too attached to Danger Force because it was sad. That's okay. TV shows, we make them to entertain, and we make them to laugh with. We make them to, enjoy. And sometimes, just like a good movie or good TV show, you'll cry a little bit, I said at the end of Henry Danger that the reason everyone was crying so much, or the reason it hurt, was the kids.
Oh no, it froze.
Oops, I come back.
Okay.
There we go. But it's okay to get attached to it. These TV shows live forever. It's okay. That's the good part about TV shows. Let's see. Imagine Chris and Kevin Feige in the same room. Oh man, a little Marvel crossover now. That would be cool. Let's see. All kinds of stuff. Let's see. Thanksgiving episode. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. We're not at Thanksgiving yet. I cry so much the cast is coming to the Netherlands. That'd be my dream. I know. I wish we could go all over the world. That's what's also really cool. What I've done through Instagram is, having fans not just in where I live, the United States, but to talk with, I'm sure on this thread right now there's probably 18 different countries. That's pretty neat. Well, let's see. I think Instagram may cut us off in 2 minutes because I think the live only goes for 1 hour. So.
Well, just to end, I would say, would you like to say something I have not touched upon before you wrap up the interview?
I think I've touched on everything, but I want to say is thank you, Montana. Thank you. It was awesome meeting you at Hollywood Burger. You're extremely talented. So everyone on here, follow this girl. Thank you for having me on and spending an hour talking. It's as you could tell, I love doing what I do. I know you do as well. I just want to say thank you for giving me, the ability to talk with my friends on here as well. So thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you so much again, and I hope to see you again in LA soon.
Oh my gosh, I know. When this quarantine's over, when you're back in LA, though, DM me for sure. Let me know what's happening.
Will do.
Okay. To all my friends that have been following along on here, thank you guys. It was great seeing you all. Catch up with me Saturday, 4:00 my time. We'll be talking with Hava, talking with Terrence, and we're going to be talking with Sophie Michelle, who was on. She played Natalie Mazda. They'll all be on my Saturday version, and then we're going to keep doing them the week after that. We're going to have some more casts, so stay tuned. But thank you, Montana. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
All right, talk to you soon. Stay safe and healthy.
You too.
Bye.